be giving you a brief description of Indochina and Vietnam. Let us take a look at the topics that we will be discussing in today's class. Introduction to Indochina, the French invading Vietnam. How many of you have heard the name Indochina border? Do you know anything of its origin? Well, we will be learning all of this today, so let's begin. Indochina comprised the modern countries of Vietnam, Laos and Cambodia. In earlier times, there were people of different communities living in these regions. Even though all countries included are Chinese, which is why it's still called Indochina. It is due to the intermingling of Indian and Chinese influences in the culture of the region. Since our main topic of discussion is Vietnam, today let us understand about its origin. Vietnam gained formal independence in 1945, but even though it was an independent country, its rulers were still maintaining the Chinese system of government as well as Chinese culture. Vietnam was not only linked to the maritime Silk Route, which connected it to the world. It was also linked with other networks of trade that connected it to the hinterlands where non-Vietnamese people, such as Khmer Cambodians, lived. Now that we know that Vietnam was so well connected, it made Vietnam a very good choice for the French to acquire. French troops had landed in Vietnam in 1858, and by the mid-1880s, they had established a firm grip over the northern region. After the Franco-Chinese War in 1887, the French gained control over Tonkin and Annam. This gave the French an immense control over the military and the economy. But they were not satisfied with these two. Now, they also built a system that tried to reshape the culture of the Vietnamese. Any country that gets suppressed, they automatically start rebelling. The people in Vietnam realized this, that they were losing their culture and their heritage, with the French gaining more power over the years. The French believed it was a mission of the advanced European countries to bring the benefits of civilization to backward people. Nationalist resistance developed out of this reflection. The colonization of Vietnam by French brought the people of the country into conflict with the colonizers in all areas of life. Nationalism in Vietnam emerged through the efforts of different sections of society to fight against the French and all they represented. This was all about the colonization of Vietnam when it was acquired by the French. Let us take a short recap of what all we have learned today. Indochina comprised the modern countries of Vietnam, Laos and Cambodia. It was called Indochina due to the intermingling of the Indian and Chinese whales. Vietnam was connected to the maritime Silk Route as well as had other networks of trade that connected it to the hinterlands. The French troops landed in Vietnam in 1858, and by the mid-1880s, they had established a firm grip over the northern region. The French dominated the economy and the military, but they also built a system that tried to reshape the culture of the Vietnamese. The French believed it was a mission of the advanced European countries to bring the benefits of civilization to backward people. This made the Vietnamese believe their culture and practices were being suppressed, which made them unite and fight against the French.